Hi, everybody. This is Stephanie Shepard with the Iowa DNR, and I'm the coordinator of the Volunteer Wildlife Monitoring Program. I am going to do a series of short videos kind of orienting folks and little tutorials for the Volunteer Wildlife Monitoring Program online database. In this one, I'm basically just going to be quick and dirty introduction to the dashboard. So kind of the first page you get to once you've logged in. And the first thing to do is to log in. So once you come to programs.iowadnr.gov/VWMP/, you'll get here and you'll click please log in, and it'll take you to this enterprise ANA login area. If you do not have an account, if you haven't created an account with ANA, you would just come up here and create an account and then follow the prompts through to do that. But otherwise, you come down here, put in your account, user ID, and your password, and click sign in. And that brings you to the dashboard for the Volunteer Wildlife Monitoring Program database. First thing I want to point out is this top menu up here. This is always available wherever you are in the program, and I'll demonstrate how that can be useful and why you might want to use that up here. But it's always available. So if you need to switch to a different page and you're not sure how to get there, you can always use this top menu up here. This is also where you log out once you're done. Moving down into the dashboard portion of it, the first thing you see is announcements from the VWMP coordinator. That would be me. And so it's a good practice every time you log in to just kind of read through these, see if there's anything new and if there's any information in here that you need to know before you get started. Moving down further, the dashboard is kind of divided into two sides. I'll look at this side first, which is basically your resources and administration, if you will. So this first box up here is user information. So, your contact information, email, etc. And you can always update that by clicking on this button, coming in here, making whatever changes you need to do, and then updating. And so this is an example where that top menu comes into line, because how do I get back? How do I get back to the dashboard? You just click home and it'll take you back. So scrolling back down, the other thing that's a little new these days that you can do is you can actually specify how you'd like to receive your survey materials every spring. Traditionally, we've always mailed out paper materials through the mail, and that is the default value here. And so if that's how you want it, you don't have to do a thing. But if you're interested in getting your materials electronically through email, in this case, I would every spring email you the survey materials to the email recorded here. Or you can, everything you need to do the survey is available on this website. So you could just download electronically from the website, which I'm going to do that and then click Save Selection. And now that will be recorded as my preference for getting materials. Scrolling on down, these are just some general overall overarching reports that you can, they're PDFs. And so if you click on this, it downloads a PDF of itself. So those are kind of fun just to peruse and see what kind of information there is. With the bald eagle and frog and toad, it gives you this little drop down so you can choose what county you want to look at. And then finally on this side is the data sheets and users manual section. So any data sheets you need, I'll put users manuals for this database up here, instruction sheets, and also probably a PDF with links to these little tutorial videos in this area. So this is a good area for resources you might need to perform the survey or to enter data here. Scrolling back up to the top and then moving over here to the left side of the dashboard is where kind of all the survey stuff is. Now, I do bald eagle nest, frog and toad survey, and osprey and peregrine nest monitoring. So I have all three of these show up on my left-hand side. If you just do bald eagle nest monitoring, you will only see this bald eagle nest monitoring situation. If you do only do frog and toad survey, you only see this. So not everybody will look like this. So looking at the bald eagle nest, you've got a table here. I monitor one nest. If you monitor several nests, all your nests will be listed here. Um, you can download your map for the nest. You can also get a specific report for this territory. This data entry status area is where it keeps track for you of where you're at with data entry. If you've entered and saved the data, if you've entered and actually submitted the data, and whether the coordinator, myself, has approved that data and added it, looked it over and added it to the database. So that it's empty right now because we haven't started yet for 2021. So there is no entry status for Territory 319 yet. And then these are your two buttons to enter data for any of the eagle nests listed here. It takes you to another page where you can choose the nest and enter data. You can also report a new nest using this button. Frog and toad survey, it's pretty much the same functionality. You've got your assigned route ID listed. It is this data entry status is broken up into the 3 survey windows since you enter each window separately. And then there's a map link for the route, and then also a report. And then if you need to go to the data entry page and start entering data, you click that. Finally, osprey and peregrine is pretty much identical to bald eagles. You've got nest ID, data entry status, link to the map, report of that for that specific nest, and then you can go to the data entry page, or you can report a new nest. And that's about it. Pretty easy. Hopefully it's useful and it helps with navigation through the website. And thanks very much for watching today and for the database. Bye.